Welcome back everybody to another video. In this video, we're here with my 2500 Cummins Ram. We're gonna put on some Rancho 9000 series shocks. These steps are gonna be the same for every shock in existence for this. So you can still watch this video if you're buying something else. Obviously, I'm only gonna have the part number for the Ranchos. The algorithm's beating me up, so please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, even if it's garbage. Tell me you hate me, anything. Do something, please. Now let's get into it. The rear shock is a RS 999044. It's the same on both sides. What you get in the box is the shock, a bellow, a zip tie, and a bag with the bushings and metal pieces and stuff. The front shock is a RS 999197. What you get in the box: shock, bellow, zip tie, mounting bushings. Use a jack it up right here until you have enough space under the tire to slide it off. That's as far as you need to lift it up. You just need enough so you can take the tire off. Use a 22mm socket. Remove all the lug nuts. We have two plugs. One plug here, and then you come around, and one plug here. You're going to remove those with a panel popper. There's also one plug up here in the middle that you need to use a panel popper for. You have screws holding the liner in. They're 5/16 here, 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 there. Then we got here, here. Now that we have the liner out, you just slide it out. Take an 18mm. You're gonna go up here, and then all you're gonna have to do is hold this lightly. Unless you're in a rusty place, then you might have to do some kind of vice grip thing here. But at least for me, I just held it here and then unscrewed the nut and then pulled off this bushing. The bottom of the shock is a 21mm bolt. The nut here has a tab, so it holds itself in place. Take a 21mm socket and a breaker bar, loosen this bolt. Pulling this bolt out will fight you, so your best bet, you can, if I can do this one-handed, you can do it two-handed. So pull that down and out, and now there's no tension on this bolt, and you can just pull it out. Throw this thing in the garbage. Take a 19mm, put it on this, turn it counterclockwise. That unlocks it on the inside. Grab the bellow, slide this slit big piece over, and then the little piece will be at the top. There's a groove on there, and then there's a metal washer welded to the shock at the top. So what you want is to work this thing around, and you want the metal washer to be inside the groove like that. Now you want to take the bottom of this bellow, you want to wrap it over like a condom. And you don't want it to go too far down, but you want it to cover the top. And right here, you don't want there to be any area for dirt to get in. And then we're going to take the zip tie, wrap it around, put that in there like so, and then pull it tight. Take a pair of side cutters, cut this extra off. You have two bushings, two washers, and a nut. Grab one washer, get the bowl concave side, slide that over. I had to give this a little bit of effort to make it slide over. They got too much paint on the lip. And then you grab one of these, you slide that over. The other way you can do this, if the paint's giving you a hard time, is put a big socket over and tap it with a rubber mallet, and just to get it past this painted area. Turn this knob as far counterclockwise as possible, and then we're going to mark this as number 1, and we're going to just put a mark here like so. I like to start these off by going to setting number 6 of 9. So you're just gonna feel for the indent. So we'll go all the way to 9, then back it off. 1, 2, 3. So 6 is at a 45-degree angle down to your left. You're gonna have to drive your vehicle, the different weight, the different vehicle themselves, the different shock themselves, decide what kind of ride quality you like, and then you can either go harder or softer depending on what you like. First thing you're going to do is just put the bottom in, slide the bolt through, then we're going to start this about 4 or 5 threads. Now that we have that 4 or 5 threads, we're going to come up here, we're going to pull down, we're going to put it through the hole. And you see this inner ring on the bushing? That needs to take up all the space. When you're putting the bushing on the shock, you have a bigger side here and a small side here. This small side goes towards the washers. This big side goes towards the frame. Take the washer, big side down, slide that down there. Concave part towards the bushing. And then you're going to take the nut. You have an acorn side and a flat side down. Put it on finger tight first. Now you're going to take a 19mm to hold this nut so the shaft doesn't spin. Take a 19mm deep socket to tighten this. Feels like it bottoms out. And then the bulge is just enough to be flat with the washer. Now take your ratchet, tighten the hell out of this bolt. The bottom's tight, the top is tight, and at this point, that's all there is to it. Now we're going to go on the other side of the vehicle, do the same exact steps. Jack up the rear end by that spot, get the tire off the ground, remove the lug nuts with a 22mm, and get the tire out of the way. The bottom bolt we can get to, the top one we cannot. So, same thing as the front. Remove all of these screws all the way around. This does not have any of those push clips. It's all just those little screws. Take them out. Throw this thing off to the side. These rear shocks are identical to the front shocks, except for the fact that they're longer. So you're going to prep them the same exact way. Put the bellow on. Put the washer. Put the bushing with the big side up, and just get them both prepped at the same time. Do the marking, then set it. Even with the wheel well liner out, can't really get a socket on there. So you need to get yourself an 18 and a 19mm ratcheting wrench. You're going to put your ratcheting wrench on there, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I have that bushing and washer and nut off. Next step, take a 21. You're going to need a 21 on both sides. So I'm going to break it loose from the nut side. Nuts off. Nuts off. You can do like we did on the front. Pull this out, take the tension off. From here, pull the bolt out. Or you can pull up on this and wiggle this out. Your choice. I put the shock in top first, then pulled up on here to let this go up and make sure that's seated in the hole. I put the adjuster on the inside so when the wheel's on, I can get under the truck and still adjust it without the wheel being in the way on this side. Now we're going to tighten up this one here. We're going to have to do it the other way. Put a pair of vice grips up on that flat spot or a wrench, whatever you have that fits, and then use a ratcheting wrench, because there's no way to grab the 19 that's underneath. So this is going to be way more tedious. I have to use the box end. I have to hold the top. So you're going to have to go on quarter turns forever until it's done. Super crappy. After getting that top tight, it only took me like 6 whole minutes. Make sure this isn't all twisted, because if you let the center spin, this thing will twist. Then go down here with a torque wrench, just tighten the hell out of that bottom bolt. And then I'm gonna wipe all this off. I got grease all over it. But that's all there is to it. For the rear shocks, we'll move over to the other side, do the same exact steps on the other side. Hopefully this video helped you out, save you a bunch of money, so you can like, share, subscribe. You can go to my Patreon if you want. $1 a month, that's nothing. $12 for the whole year, that's like 1.5 Starbucks. Till next time, wrench on.